Mars is a fascinating planet that has captivated the imagination of humans for centuries. Mars is the fourth planet from the Sun and the second smallest planet in the solar system after Mercury. It has a diameter of about 4,220 miles, 6,792 kilometers, which is roughly half the size of Earth. Mars has a reddish color due to the presence of iron oxide or rust in its soil. It is also known as the Red Planet or the God of War, after the Roman deity of war. Mars has two small and irregular moons, Phobos and Deimos, which are named after the sons of the Greek god Ares, the equivalent of Mars. Phobos is the larger and closer moon with an average diameter of 14 miles, 22 kilometers, and an orbital period of 7 hours and 39 minutes. Deimos is the smaller and farther moon with an average diameter of 8 miles, 13 kilometers, and an orbital period of 30 hours and 18 minutes. Mars has a thin atmosphere that consists mainly of carbon dioxide, 95%, with traces of nitrogen, argon, oxygen, and water vapor. The atmospheric pressure on Mars is only about 0.6% of that on Earth, which means that liquid water cannot exist on the surface for long periods of time. The temperature on Mars varies widely, from a low of 195 degrees and 125 degrees at the poles to a high of 70 degrees, 20 degrees C at the equator. The average temperature is 81 degrees, 63 degrees C. Mars has a diverse and rugged terrain with features such as volcanoes, canyons, craters, valleys, and polar caps. The highest point on Mars is Olympus Mons, a giant shield volcano that rises about 16 miles, 25 kilometers, above the surrounding plains. It is the largest volcano in the solar system and covers an area comparable to France. The lowest point on Mars is Hellas Planitia, a vast impact basin that lies about 5 miles, 8 kilometers below the average elevation. It is the second largest impact crater in the solar system and covers an area larger than Texas. Mars has seasons like Earth, but they last twice as long because Mars takes about 687 Earth days to orbit the Sun. The seasons are caused by the tilt of Mars's axis, which is 25 degrees, similar to Earth's 23.5 degrees. However, unlike Earth, Mars has a more elliptical orbit, which means that its distance from the Sun varies significantly during its year. This results in more extreme seasonal changes in temperature and sunlight. Mars is one of the most explored planets in our solar system, with more than 20 spacecraft missions that have visited or orbited it since 1960. The first successful mission was Mariner 4, which flew by Mars in 1965 and sent back the first close-up images of its surface. The most recent mission was Perseverance, which landed on Mars in February 2021 and began searching for signs of ancient life and collecting rock samples for future return to Earth.